You recently picked up a habit, and because you've been doing it consistently, you feel so good, so healthy and balanced in your life. Until something happened, you hit a roadblock and you fall off the wagon. Now, it feels like you're back to the same old struggles that you've been trying to get out of. This pattern keeps showing up whenever you try to make a positive change in your life. I know that you're constantly trying to better yourself, and it can feel frustrating and confusing when it seems like you're taking 2 steps forward and 1 step backward. If this resonates with you, then you're at the right place, because in this video, I will talk to you about the 4 common mistakes that people make when trying to create and maintaining new healthy habits and how you can change this. Hello, I'm Ling. I'm the founder of Magic of Choice, and I love seeing the sparkle on your face when you're lit up with confidence and passion. I use ancient empowerment tools from the modern mystery school to assist people in their 20s in building a strong foundation of joy, freedom, and purpose on which they can create the life that they desire. Now let's get to the video. The first common mistake people make when trying to change their habits is to pick up a new habit based on extrinsic motivation instead of intrinsic motivation. Extrinsic motivation means doing something in order to attain a separable or external outcome. Something like getting more money, getting promotion, or trying to impress somebody else. To contrast with this, intrinsic motivation means doing something for the inherent satisfaction of doing it. When you base your actions, your goals, and your habits on external or extrinsic motivation, you will need to spend a lot more energy and effort in pushing yourself to do what you need to do. But if you're able to choose and create a habit based on your internal intrinsic values, it will be much more fun and much less energy consuming to do what you want to do instead of what you need to do. In addition, when you base your actions on external factors, you have little to no control over the entire outcome of it. But if you base your actions and your habits on internal factors or intrinsic motivation, the only thing you need to learn to master or to control is yourself. And that is something that we can do. So how can you change this? It is important to get clear and honest to yourself about your true desires, about the real underlying reason why you want to reach a certain goal or build a certain habit. You can examine the true desires underlying the goals and the habits that you're trying to build by asking yourself why a few times. Why do I want to do this? Why is that the case? Why is that the case? Why is that the case? The more intrinsic your desires are, the easier and the more fun you'll have when you are creating and maintaining new habits. The second common mistake is to use shame and guilt in forcing yourself to change and to adopt new habits. It is very common that people will say there are good habits and bad habits. Labeling things as good and bad introduces a layer of judgment, where anything that is considered good is usually associated with being accepted and being worthy. And anything that is considered bad is generally associated with being unworthy and unacceptable. Labeling your actions, your goals, and your habits this way with the judgment that brings in the shame and the guilt is counterproductive, because you end up spending more energy trying to fight all these emotions, all this shame, this guilt, and fight all these judgments that you have on yourself. Instead of labeling your habits and your goals like this, I want you to understand that every habit serves a purpose. For example, if you want to have a little bit more joy into your life, then watching Netflix for a little bit can serve that purpose. And if you want to procrastinating on something, or if you want to avoid some responsibilities, binging on Netflix all day definitely will serve that. If you choose, however, to have more focus in your life, to do what you need to do, binging Netflix not gonna help. But something like meditation will help you achieve that goal really well. So the next time that you're trying to take an action or trying to build a new habit, I would invite you to ask these questions. What purpose is my current habit serving me? Is this goal, is this purpose something that I want to keep in my life? Or do I want a new goal, a new purpose? If you want a new goal, what habit will serve this new goal? The third common mistake in trying to create and maintaining new habits is to not be aware of your current foundation. Now, this mistake can be inclusive of the previous two, but it is much more expansive. I define your foundation as your underlying self. It includes the motivation and the inspirations for your actions. It includes all the thoughts that go on in your mind, all the emotions that you're experiencing, and the physical conditions that you're in. Think of your foundation as a car, with these 4 areas as the 4 wheels. You are the driver of the car, and if you want to move the car forward, you'll need all these 4 wheels to move forward. However, if even just one of the wheel is flat, it doesn't work, or it's going in reverse, it's not going to be easy to drive your car forward. Similarly, if any of these areas in your foundation is not in alignment with the goals and the habits that you're trying to achieve, you're going to have a much harder time in actually reaching and maintaining these habits. For this reason, it is important to pay attention to your foundation and to nourish it. It's important to be aware of the inspirations and motivations from which you do things. It's important to be mindful of your thoughts, to allow your emotions to flow through you instead of being attached to them. And it's important to listen to your body, to know your body. Meditation is also an extremely useful tool in helping you get in touch and building and nourishing your foundation. The 4th common mistake is to pick the wrong habits that are not suitable to you. Even if you're acting out of intrinsic motivation, the actions, the habits that you choose to take matter. Everyone is different. Everyone has different needs, has a different background, and is in a different unique situation. So what works for somebody may not necessarily work the same way for somebody else. For this reason, you can't just copy and paste anyone else's strategy or anyone else's habit and hope or expect them to work for you just as well to bring you the same exact result. Rather than doing more, it's much more important to do the right thing that suits you and your situation at the moment. In order to find and utilize habits that suit your needs, you need to be willing to experiment, to try new things that are out of your comfort zone. And when you try them out, be mindful and be aware of the impact that they have on yourself and on your life. And from there, learn to discern what works and what doesn't work for you at this point in time. So, to sum up, the 4 common mistakes in trying to build and maintain new habits are to pick up a new habit based on extrinsic instead of intrinsic motivation. The second one is to use shame and guilt in forcing yourself to change. The third one is to not be aware of your current foundation in life. And the fourth one is to pick the wrong habit and the wrong action. Each of these mistakes can be its own video, and these are really deep work that will take a lifetime or more to truly master. Any time that I felt like I've got it, I've understood what it takes to build and maintain good habits, something else comes up and I realize, oh my gosh, there's so much more to master. And that's the exciting part. As human, we're not aiming for perfection, but we're aiming for progression. So the important thing is that today, you know and you can feel that you're better at maintaining and creating new habits, new goals than you were yesterday or 3 months ago, a year ago. I encourage you to try this out and let me know in the comment section if you have any questions, any insights, or anything you would like to share. As usual, if you find this video useful, please share it with somebody else who might benefit from it. Click on the like button, give a comment, and click the subscribe button so that you can be notified of newer videos. That's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!